In this lecture, we're going to solve trig equations using U-substitution. Sometimes when you look at a trig equation, it just looks a bit much. So what we're going to do is we are going to look at the trig function, which is sine, and we're going to say that sine of theta is just going to equal u. So now we're going to plug u into where the sine theta should be. So it's going to be 2u squared minus 1 equals 0. That will make most of your problems easier to deal with. So now let's solve for u. So I'm going to add 1 to both sides. The 1's cancel. So 2u squared equals 1. Then I divide by 2. Then I have u squared equals 1/2. Now, the opposite of squaring is square root. So I'm going to square root both sides. So on the left-hand side, the square and the square root cancel out. So I'm left with u equals the square root of 1/2. Now, to simplify this, I can put u equals square root of 1 over square root of 2. That's going to be the square root of 1 is 1, and then the square root of 2 on the bottom. Now, we cannot have a square root on the bottom of a fraction sign, so we need to do what's called rationalizing the denominator. So I'm going to multiply by square root of 2 for the numerator and the denominator. So 1 times square root of 2 is going to be square root of 2. And then square root of 2 times square root of 2 on the bottom is going to be square root of 2 squared. Now the last thing on the bottom is the square and the square root cancel, so I am just left with 2. So my answer here would be u equals square root of 2. Now I'm going to plug that u back in, so I'm going to say sine of theta equals square root of 2 over 2. So look at your unit circle and determine where does sine of theta equal square root of 2 over 2. And that's going to be in the first quadrant at 45 degrees. And then in the second quadrant at 135 degrees. Now take a look at your directions on your assignment. If they want it in radians, then the answer would be pi over 4 and 3 pi over 4.